What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today we've got a little secret in store for you. We just picked up a new build for the channel and it's going to be a fun little project truck. So we're going to give you a quick walkthrough and show you what it looks like. All right, so here she is, 1987 Mazda B2200. She's definitely not mint by any means, you know. We got a pretty shaky bumper right there. I don't think that's supposed to move like that. These are not tinted very well. Oh, I didn't know that moved like that, but the grille apparently is not in place. Bodywork is iffy at best. I don't know if you guys can see these lines, but they're terrible. Just got wire wheeled basically, and then spray bombed over. Looks pretty rough. A beautiful red canopy that looks like absolute garbage. This bumper is apparently custom made. Looks all right. I think that's gonna have to go. Canopy's going for sure. We've got our 4 mismatched tires that we got in the deal, which is just an absolute steal if you ask me. And if we come around this side, the interior's a little rough, you know. Seat needs some love. I don't know if that's gonna work anymore. It does have a nice steering wheel and the shifter's fairly nice. It's got a decent deck in it, but the deck doesn't work. Obviously no carpet or anything. It is noise insulated though. We're missing a bunch of badges and stuff like that. These aren't supposed to do that. Engine bay's interesting. Looks like there is a goddamn explosion in here, but that's fine. And she definitely leaks a little bit somewhere in here, so we're gonna have to spray her down and find out where that leak is coming from. But yeah, other than that, it's gonna be a really fun project vehicle. We're gonna have a lot of fun putting it together and cleaning it up. So we're gonna document the whole thing on the channel and let you guys follow along. Back with it, I guess, just so I can get around. Yeah. Okay. Why would anybody put a canopy on one of these trucks? Logan? Who would ever do that?
No idea.
Not Logan. No. Logan would never put a canopy on one of these trucks when they look so nice without one. Logan, what'd you find there?
There was a nice, looks like a curtain, blackout curtain.
Oh,
cool. Was in the back.
I wonder why that was in there.
No, I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, wow.
But it's nice that we got that for free in there. Okay, so seat is about to come out. We already bought a replacement for it, a new bench, so we're gonna go ahead, get this dismounted, and then we can clean the interior up and get the new bench seat in after, of course, we find some new carpet and everything. Here's our nice new replacement. I wouldn't say new, it's a little used. We'll get some stains out of her, but it's in pretty good shape, no tears. The foam's still really good, so it'll be nice. Okay, seat is out. We even got a free protein shake that still has stuff in it. That is disgusting. We love that. So obviously this needs a pretty good clean. And yeah, she's pretty dusty. I wonder why this floorboard is just... Oh. Let's just pull this piece of metal out. Oh. That's the pavement down there. Would you look at that? That's gonna be a fun one to fix. We come around to this side too, as you can see. There was a fake floorboard, and now there is a hole also on this side. So it's just another fun little challenge. Okay, old girl's all sprayed down now. Logan's in here drilling and tapping the seatbelt mounts that we snapped, the bolts. So we got 3 of those that we need to drill and tap in there. Now, while he's doing that, I'm gonna remove this front bumper and find out how it's mounted
so terribly. And then probably remove all this, find out why the grill isn't mounted properly, see if we need a new one of those, and go from there. So this was zap strap down there, and then just has a bolt going through into the main bumper. And then this signal light, it just kind of drilled through and bolted in place pretty terribly, if I say so myself. I don't think I should be able to do that if I remove a zap strap, but okay. Next up is grill. Grill's gonna come off because it's not mounted very well. We'll pop the headlights and the signals out because we're gonna replace those. I hate the tint on these, and these are just boring. So we'll get some LEDs in there, and I think this is literally just gonna be held on by the top. So a few screws, we'll pop that off. Engine bay's looking great though. Logan cleaned this up. Look at this. Doesn't even look like there was a fucking explosion on the hood anymore. It's looking nice. Okay, so we got our front end apart now. No headlights, signals are gone. We just need to unhook all this. Get rid of these, get rid of these. And the grill's still good. There's nothing wrong with the grill, it's just not mounted properly. So just need new hardware for that. We'll have to do a new bumper. The bumper's pretty messed up. But other than that, we're looking good. Okay, so today's project is going to be fixing this horrific mess. Well, actually, I don't even know if we'll be fixing it today, but we'll at least be cutting everything just so it's nice and square. It is windy as can be, and same with this side. Got a hole over here, and then obviously under there as well. So we want to cut just square holes at least, so it's going to be easier to patch. Okay, so we have these beautiful symmetrical holes cut out in the floor. Now that we've got that done, Logan's over here making a little template for this side. Then we'll do one for this side, get some metal welded in, and have an actual floor, because that's a key component in this world. Okay, so in order to do this patch and not have to take a million measurements, you just use a piece of cardboard, you can put it in there, and then slowly cut out a template for how the patch is gonna run out of the cardboard, and then you can just lay it over your piece of metal, cut it out, and you're good to go. So template is cut out and in. Obviously it's not perfect, but you just cut larger at the start, and then if you need some adjustment, you work your way down. So we'll take that, put that on there, cut that out, kind of use this this bend that's already in this piece. We're just using the plates that they actually left in the truck, so we'll cut that out of this and then throw her in. Okay, so we've got our rough cut here. So obviously this is a super rough cut. It's basically just get the outline of what we've got. And then we can figure out, because obviously you'll look in this back corner, this top corner is going to need to be bent up pretty hard. Then we'll have a slight bend in the center here, and a little more of a bend up in this top left corner as well. So this is just going to be a good outline, and then we'll start getting the bends and then cut into proper shape. All right guys, we're back for another day of work on the old Mazda. We made a little bit of progress, but not a lot since the last little clip there. But this floor pan is almost welded in. Box is ready to take off. We gotta still patch up Some rust holes in here. Here still as well. This floor pan's fixed up. There's a ton of wacky wiring going on that we need to figure out. I have no idea what this is, but it's interesting for sure.
There.
All right, so box is off. We're just taking a look at some of the holes that we've got here. So that's obviously pretty rough. It comes up kind of like to like here from what it seems. And then we got this bottom corner needs to go. Same with this side. This bottom corner's bad, and the middle section as well. And the top side on this one seems pretty solid. So I guess we'll start cutting that up and putting some filler plates in. Okay, so we pulled the box and noticed that we're missing a box mount here. You know, it's supposed to look like that. No box mount. You come over here and you just have this beautiful mount that's just been sawzalled in half. It actually spins. It's custom like that. So they sliced this piece up, couldn't get it off, and then just decided to cut the whole mount itself. And then, yeah. Logan got to some cutting on the box, and we're getting just some pieces trimmed out here, working our way down. We're gonna have to work with this support member as well, obviously. And then same thing down here, there's a support member right here. So we're gonna have to work with that as well, which is gonna be a bit more of a pain, but won't be terrible. Okay, so the floors are all wrapped up now, welded up and painted. Everything's looking nice. So next up, we're gonna wanna put some noise insulation in there. So we've got both noise insulation right here and some heat insulation. So we lay this down first, and then this just lays over top. And we'll get that done real quick. It's not going to take long. It's just a couple squares just for back here. They've already got some down on the floor. So we'll do that just to keep the noise out of the cab and then move on to the box. Okay, so there's one side. Don't mind the wire mess, but it's just a nice foam padding under the feet really is all we're going to do. I'm not going to do the whole interior. Probably save it for the Ford as well. So we'll go over. I'll get this side finished off camera, and then the interior floors will be finished finally. Okay, so we still got some cutting work to do on the box, but Logan's not here to help me lift it today. So we're gonna work on some other stuff. I just replaced the PCV valve, which is this little piece right here. Super easy to replace. Literally just pull this out of the hose, put a new one in. Super simple. Also need to fix our wiper motors. I'm pretty sure the motor's done or a link is missing, but these actually don't spin. So we are not getting power to the deck somehow. So we need to check our wires and see if we're getting power on the correct wires to run the stereo. So we have our multimeter here. We're gonna hook up and check our constant as well as our ignition source and see if either of those are missing power. Okay, so after a quick check, we have no power to our ignition wire. So we need to find out why that's not getting power when we're turning our key over, and hopefully solve that. If not, we're gonna have to run a new one. Okay guys, so obviously our ignition wire was the problem. I couldn't trace the ignition wire back to see where it went bad. So all I did was made my life a little easy and tapped into the fuse in the fuse box, the cigarette lighter, ran my wire over, attached it, and now the deck fires up fine. So we'll go ahead and turn the key. There we go. But it throws a code saying miswiring. And after looking it up, the miswiring code means that there's a problem with the wiring for the speakers. I checked all my wiring, like that everything's connected properly, it's all connected properly. So the issue is the speakers themselves most likely, or the wires along the way. But I already solved that problem. I checked this speaker right here, pulled it out, and as you can see, it's just cut. So I'm assuming it's the same with this one over here. I don't know why we're doing this, or whoever did it, but now we'll get these hooked back up. Hopefully they still work. Like, we have no idea if these work. Obviously they're pretty aged. It's not looking great, but might have to replace those as well. but I just want to wire them up, make sure everything works, and then I can get replacement speakers if need be.
Okay, so as you can see, they've spliced in here and run a wire over here that's been cut. I'm assuming somebody added door speakers at some point or something like that. I don't know why else they would do that. So we'll go ahead, connect this back to the plug-in, and then test the speakers, make sure we're good. Okay, so update, truck is in the shop now. I tossed the seat in for a little bit of comfort, just temporarily. And we're all hooked up, speakers are back in and rewired. So if we turn this key now, that'll turn on. Without a code. Change the source. Oh, that's gonna be a copyright problem. I'm gonna have to buzz that out, but it works. Volume works, speakers work, everything's good. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap up the first video for this series. Obviously, I'm just getting started on some body work here, a little sneak peek of what's to come. But we're gonna start getting into some pretty fun stuff for this build in the next couple videos. Obviously, we're gonna be fixing the body up, getting the wrap done. We've got a bunch of new parts sitting around. We've got the whole front end, headlights, grills got to go back on, new bumper. We're gonna have carpet in here. This will be bolted down. Bunch of cool stuff going on there. The wrap is gonna be really cool. Wheels and tires. Tires are already bought. Wheels are on the way. But it's going to be a really cool series. I think you guys are going to enjoy this one. We're going to show you how to do a budget build on your own. You know, this is something that anybody can do. You just have to save a couple bucks. It's, you know, I'm not spending a lot of money. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for the rest of the series because this is going to be a fun one. Thanks for watching.